Today on Playing with Trucks, we're out here in the dirt talking wind energy logistics. In the real world, this is impossible. A wind turbine does not fit on the back of a flatbed truck. Hi, I'm Kris Rzepkowski, Vice President of Corporate Business Development for the Bennett Family of Companies. Today on Playing with Trucks, we're going to talk about the intricacies of wind energy logistics. And this bad boy is more to the scale that we're talking about. Did you know that each blade can be more than 250 feet long? They need to be transported on special trailers that are made specifically for wind energy blades. Wind blade towers are actually split into 3 enormous sections, and they travel on special trailers called Schnabel trailers. And they make massive loads, and the tower section becomes the trailer itself. And the nacelle, this definitely doesn't do it justice. And this barely does. The nacelle, or machine head, weighs over 200,000 pounds oftentimes and has to have a 19-axle piece of equipment to transport it over the open road. The Bennett Wind Energy Logistics team brings all the components of the wind turbine to the job site on an as-needed basis as the construction company specifies. It starts with the base, and you can imagine that you'd have to have a crane to pull these pieces, and in real life these would be 90,000 pound steel plates that are being put on a heavily compacted base in the middle of a field somewhere, and that's where the wind farm is going to be constructed. So for now, let's imagine that we are craning this piece together. We'll put them up on the base. The next piece that's trucked in is the wind towers, and as we said, it would come in 3 tower sections with massive Schnabel trailers that are helping to keep it together and pull it to the site. The crane size is far bigger than this unit looks like. They are massive 900-ton cranes that can get above the tower section and lift it onto the pad site. So it would go 1, 2, 3 like this onto the pad. Once the pad and the tower are constructed, the next task is to get the nacelle onto the tower. Now the nacelle is a massive 200,000 pound unit or more sometimes that has to be brought in with a giant 19-axle trailer and again lifted into position on top of the tower. Getting it to the job site is our job. Just this alone, to navigate the roads from where they're constructed to where they're getting positioned at the job site, takes hours and hours of coordination. They have to do a route plan from where they're constructed to where they have to go to make sure that the roads can hold the weight of this equipment, that they can have the swing room that it takes to move this along the open roads and ultimately get it to the job site. When they're at the job site, remember, a farmer's field is not meant to hold giant pieces of equipment, so they have to stabilize the egress and ingress into the job site so it can handle the weight of this being put up. It's a very complicated process, and Bennett's been a part of hundreds of these projects. Essentially, this is the hub, and the hubs weigh hundreds of pounds or thousands of pounds as well. A blade gets craned up one at a time. They do tons of testing and put the tower ultimately into service. As you can imagine, some of the biggest challenges of moving all these components to a wind farm times however many turbines are being built is the coordination of the trucks, the drivers, the routes, the escorts, the police that have to help guide the pieces through the roads of America to the destination where they're being constructed. And the Bennett Family of Companies, with all of our affiliates like Boss, Ace Doran, Bennett Motor Express, are highly skilled in moving these pieces of equipment to the job sites on schedule, on time, and without damage. So why all of this effort? Well, it's because wind is big business. The U.S. has one of the largest wind power markets in the world, with over 150 gigawatts of capacity in 2024. Texas is leading the charge at over 30 gigawatts of capacity. Modern wind turbines are colossal. Some of them reach over 850 feet tall these days, which is about the size of the Eiffel Tower. The size of wind farms is staggering. One of the wind farms in Oklahoma covers thousands of acres and has enough power capacity to power millions of homes. The approval by the government to move wind farms offshore will bring massive additional capacity and even larger size wind towers in the years to come. It's a super exciting market to be a part of. At Bennett, we provide turnkey project services from the manufacturer all the way to the job site. Whether it's moving a tower, the nacelle, or the blades, or every single bolt in the wind turbine, we take pride in moving it there safely and on time. We've supported major players like Vestas, Nordex, and NGC Wind, and we're ready for your next project. The wind never stops, and neither do we. If you're looking for a partner on your next wind project, give us a call at the Bennett Family of Companies, because together we can move anything.